There is not a Real Madrid fan on this earth that dislikes Jesus Gil or Hill Manzano as much as I do. Let's just start with that. This guy on my birthday 2 years ago disallowed Bellingham's goal or just blew the whistle before the game ended while the ball was in midair against Valencia, who, for those of you that don't know, I probably dislike almost as much as I dislike Barcelona. Don't like Valencia at all. Now today he's decided against Real Sociedad, who's never ever an easy opponent to play against. They could be in the worst form of their lives. Against Real Madrid, they show up. He decides, I'm gonna send off Hoyson, not go to VAR, not talk to my refereeing team when Eder Militao is covering and we're 5,000 yards away from goal, or they're 5,000 yards away from goal. But let's move on past Jesus Gil Manzano because we all know what a horrible referee he is. He's displayed it for years. And I don't even like talking about referees much. I think this is one of the few times on my page that I've talked about it, but it's just so blatantly obvious with him. You blow the whistle to end the game while the ball is mid-air on the 6-yard line, and then you send off Hoyson today for what should never have been a red. Yellow, 100%. Even the commentators on ESPN were like, that's a very harsh call, should probably be a yellow. And if it was a yellow, no, I don't think anyone would have had any complaints. But hey, it's not football, it's La Liga. That's just the way it is. Let's talk about the game now. Let's actually talk about the soccer side of things. Hold on, I need to fix this. All right, that should. Are we looking better? Yeah, that's looking better. Okay, so first 30 minutes, I thought we were awesome. I thought we were combining. I thought we were doing well. Playing at the Anoeta is not an easy task. Real Sociedad is a very harsh environment. The fans are super passionate. They get behind their team. And they're very strong at home. There was a really long stretch where Barca could not beat them at their stadium. Like, a long time. And we've struggled against them notoriously in the past as well. They are not an easy opponent at all. So, let's start off with some of the positives. Arda Güler and Kylian Mbappe are Ozil and Ronaldo reborn. Now, don't get me wrong. I still got my gripes with Mbappe just a tiny bit, but he has been absolutely cooking this season. And we all knew he was capable of cooking. He cooked with 44 goals last season. But if you disagree with this, I'm sorry. I'm usually cordial with this. If you disagree with this, you're an idiot and you don't understand the sport. The reason we were so trash last year was because of his poor defensive contributions. I actually saw this dude hustling today. I saw him running back on defense. I saw him help the team. He realized we have 10 men. We're down, or we're up 2-1. We got to protect the lead. He was hustling back. He was recovering. He was doing what he had to do. And that makes me happy. That was my only issue with Mbappe. Nothing else. Team chemistry, makeup of the squad balance, none of that has anything to do with Mbappe. That is not his fault. He just gets signed. What was his fault and what he could control is his defensive contributions, which last year were non-existent. He was the worst defender in the entirety of Europe's top 5 leagues. That is a real statistic. You can look it up. So yeah, as long as Mbappe defends, we're homies. We're cool. Maybe I'll even buy an Mbappe jersey. I don't know. But and I said this since the beginning. Without Mbappe defending, we will not succeed. He's been defending. We've been playing really well. Better football than we played all of last season. Now, not Ozil. I mean, you might as well be Ozil. Güler is a gift from the soccer gods. He is the gift that keeps on giving. This guy sees passes like no one else. He just the deliveries and he created so many chances with that wand that he calls a left foot. Just ridiculous. I absolutely love what he's been contributing. And I think Xabi Alonso has been the biggest savior of his Real Madrid career because he's come in. He's like, hey, I trust you in central areas. I trust you to change the game for us and unlock the game. With Carlo, he was always forced out wide, and he never had the pace or the one-on-one ability to be a wide player. That's just not his profile. That's not what Güler was going to be. So I'm glad to see him reinvented in this brand new role. Now, I didn't fully catch all of the game. I tried my best to catch as much of the game as I could, but let me talk about some things that I noticed as well. Carvajal, another start, even though I'm pretty sure he had international duty with Spain while Trent did not get called up by Thomas Tuchel for England. Very interesting. By the way, that ball that Carvajal played, If Trent played that, it would be posted on every single social media page you've ever seen. 433, BR Football, ESPN, Fabrizio Romano, everything. Carvajal, somebody give Carvajal his flowers. Somebody give my man his flowers. This guy has been one of the best right backs on the planet for the better side of 10 years, and nobody is giving him his props. His name goes under the radar every single year. Guys, is he as good of a crosser or passer as Trent? No, but he's got some delicious passes in his bag. Don't forget who assisted Ronaldo's bicycle kick versus Juve. Don't forget who assisted Ronaldo against Juve in the Champions League final. Don't forget who assisted Rodrigo against Manchester City. Carvajal has some crazy passes in his locker. You guys have been sleeping on Carvajal for too long. And this is why, and this is going to get me to some controversy. Controversy. I never wanted Trent in the first place. Trent is an exceptional passer. He's got great crosses, but I never felt like he was the profile Madrid needed. I think he was perfect for Liverpool, in all honesty. They had a squad that suited him very well. I don't think we suit him as well. I don't think the system Xabi wants to run suits him as well, unless we do play maybe a more true back three, which we haven't really been doing all that much. Like sometimes it looks like a back three, sometimes it does not. You guys all know who I wanted. I wanted Hakimi, Madrid product, knows the city, knows the club through and through, but PSG was never going to let him go. And it's a shame because he's literally like Mbappe's best friend. They literally hang out all the time. Every time there's a break, they hang out. But hey, it is what it is. So Güler and Mbappe's link up, magical. Carvajal once again starting over Trent despite having international duty while Trent did not. Worrying signs for Trent at Madrid, I must say. Now, what else did I want to talk about? We've already discussed the Huijsen red card. I probably should have had notes, but I literally worked all day, so I'll try my best. Alvaro Carreras had a decent game. Tchouameni had a decent game. Raul Asensio is very, very, very low in the pecking order. It is like frighteningly low. And in all honesty, you can't really blame Xabi. He had an absolute nightmare of a Club World Cup. He literally only came on out of necessity, and he might actually have to play in the upcoming games because with Rudiger out injured, and Rudiger out injured, and Huijsen now serving probably at least a 2-match ban. I think Raul Asensio is going to be playing, and it's up to him to show Xabi, hey, don't forget about me. I'm not chopped liver. I'm still here. I can still make a difference. I can still help the team. Valverde looked shaky. Valverde definitely contributed to them earning that penalty because I think it was Baranea or however you say his name. He scores against us all the time, but I always forget his name. He dribbled right past Valverde like he was a cone, right? And it's understandable. I don't think Valverde... It would have been ideal had Valverde not played a single minute today, considering he played 2 full 90s with Uruguay in South America. Lots of fatigue, probably a little bit of jet lag. But he definitely was not looking like his true self. Can't blame the guy. He's a little bit tired. Who wouldn't be? Glad to see Ceballos getting to play. I don't really remember how much involved he was in the game, but always good for him to get minutes under his belt. Keep him happy because I do think he's a valuable player, especially in modern-day football when we're playing 60, 70 games in a season. You need somebody like Ceballos around, somebody that can come in, make a difference, maybe start against the smaller clubs. Even though I rate him, I think he can play against just about anybody. And I've talked about this in a video before. One of our best spells of form last season, we had a long stretch of games where we were winning and actually playing well, and it was when Valverde and Ceballos were in a double pivot. So we'll see how things go with Ceballos. Didn't see enough from Brahim. I feel like Brahim has not been able to contribute as much. He's definitely going to have to step it up. Otherwise, Mastantuono is snapping at his heels, ready to take that spot. Even though I don't see him as a right winger whatsoever, like not even slightly. He is definitely a 10, without a doubt. He does not have that one-on-one ability in his locker. Maybe he does, and we just haven't seen it yet. But from what I've seen so far, he's like, there was a former Barca player that said he's more of a James Rodriguez profile, and I agree with that. He's like a quicker James. Man, what a player James was. The player that could not score a normal goal. So, quick recap. Gil Manzano is an absolute thief. Huijsen Hoyson getting a red means Asensio could potentially play more. It's his opportunity to shine. We are definitely narrow in the center back position. Even Alaba had to come on today. Carvajal starting over Trent is a worrying sign for Trent. Goulet and Mbappe's link up is absolutely unbelievable. I know Goulet came off injured. Let's hope it's nothing too serious. We'll see how things go. I think Vinny's still not quite the Vinny that we know and love, but I think over the next few weeks, things will improve. Vinny will pick up form, hopefully, because at the end of the day, Rodrigo's also waiting on the bench to snatch up that starting spot at any second. Not the most organized video, I know. I literally worked 11 hours today, so didn't have much time. Barely made enough time to watch the game, but I'll try to get some more notes and organized and detailed videos for the next one. If you liked, please leave a like. If you're coming from TikTok, please let me know in the comments. I appreciate you guys so much. We're almost at 5,000 followers on TikTok. So if you're just finding this on YouTube, go follow me on TikTok. And if you're here from TikTok, please let me know in the comments down below. Hit that subscribe button. And until next time, be safe, take it easy, and Hala Madrid.